Hey guys, EDDBUD here and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got one of those viewer favourite classic three-way EDDBUD shoe shootouts. It's actually really difficult to say that. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications below of when new videos are launched. And smash that like button. So viewer Spy V requested this one, a shootout between the Brooks Hyperion Tempo, the Adidas Takumi Sen 6 and the Reebok Floatride Run Fast 2. These are all higher paced tempo shoes, all around about the same price range. I'm going to throw some stats up onto the screen now for you. Gotta have the stats. I'm going to rank the shoes in each category and we're going to start with the upper. So the Takumi Sen 6 first. All three of the shoes today are very light. Certainly the Takumi Sen takes the prize if there was one for weight. It's only 215 grams in my UK size 11.5. But that very low weight comes at the price of a shoe that's comfortable enough but slightly less comfortable than the other two shoes on foot. This Adidas shoe is very narrow. I've had to go up half a size in it to make it viable for me. There's a seriously pared down upper. The tongue itself is very thin. Doesn't provide a huge amount of protection to the top of the foot. Those laces can feel sometimes as if they're very close to the foot. A couple of times I've had to relace the shoe and I felt a little bit of discomfort over the top of my foot. Padding in the heel is extremely minimal. You can't have the best of both worlds. The Hyperion Tempo and the Run Fast 2 have more traditional uppers. I'd suggest the Run Fast's probably got the most traditional trainer type upper. I wouldn't really describe either of these shoes really as being plush. Again, a very minimal mesh style upper with those vent holes here at the front of the Hyperion Tempo. A little bit more padding certainly around the heel than the Takumi Sen 6. I do like the padding though across the top of the forefoot in the tongue on that Tempo. Yeah, I do like the upper on the Takumi Sen 6, but it's so minimal I think I'd struggle with it anything over a half marathon. There's just not enough there. So it's probably going to limit the shoe's usage for me to shorter races. As I say, not much in it for upper for me between the Brooks Hyperion Tempo and the Reebok Run Fast 2. I've managed to achieve really good lockdown on both shoes, but I think I'm going to go to fit as the deal breaker on this category. So that's got to be a win for the Hyperion Tempo 2 from Brooks on upper. I like the characterful styling here and the mixture of old school kind of looks but with modern features. It's very subtle, this shoe, in terms of the upper. So that's 3 points for the Hyperion Tempo, 2 points for the Reebok Run Fast 2 and 1 point for the upper on the Adidas Takumi Sen 6. Onto midsole now. The Takumi Sen 6 has got both light strike and boost within the midsole here. If you ask me, it's akin to running atop a double-decker chocolate bar. If you haven't encountered one of those before, this biscuit and then a softer layer pretty much is this shoe. You feel a great deal lower to the ground in the Takumi Sen 6 than in either of the other two shoes in today's comparison. The DNA Flash midsole within the Hyperion Tempo is a little flatter and dimmer than I expected it to be. I was thinking I was going to get a little more pop from the midsole in this shoe. That's not the case for the Run Fast 2 though from Reebok. I think that perhaps this shoe's a worthy contender for the award on midsole. You've got an EVA topped Pebax midsole here and you get some real snap, crackle and pop from it. It's very exciting, kind of like opening up a bottle of fizzy soda that you might have dropped on the floor foolishly. As you start running in this one, you really do feel that snap from the Pebax midsole. It really is quite special. A real surprise, this shoe, all round really. I recently took this shoe out on an 8-mile effort. That's about 12.8 kilometers. I really let fly. It did really enable me to reach some paces I didn't think it would let me. Got up to an average pace around about 7 minutes 5 seconds per mile, which is 4 minutes 24 seconds per kilometer. I have to admit, I did feel up for it. I think it was the 2 Weetabix and cup of coffee straight before. I find it very easy to up my cadence in the Run Fast 2. I got up to about 168 towards 170 steps per minute in this shoe during that longer run. So this time around, the midsole award, the 3 points goes to the Run Fast 2, 2 points to the Takumi Sen 6 and 1 point to the Hyperion Tempo. On to outsole next. For grip, traction and stability underfoot, it's certainly a shootout between the Takumi Sen 6 and the Reebok Run Fast 2. The Hyperion outsole's good, I just think that it's in a slightly different category with its sort of full length rubber to both of the other shoes. So a somewhat unfair comparison in this category. There's very little in it between these two shoes. The rubber protrusions are slightly smaller in terms of size on the Reebok RunFast 2. Placement's a tad different, and you'll see that the protrusions are full length in the RunFast 2, whereas you've got this kind of gap in the torsion area on the Takumi Sen 6. Wear is only very slight in both shoes, but we do know the rubber in the Takumi Sen 6, that continental rubber, it does hold up well over time. So I would suggest that for outsole, the award is probably going to go to the Takumi Sen 6 this time around. Grip really is exceptional on this shoe. And if you're utilising it over various different surfaces and terrains, it's probably going to be the one. So for outsole, the Takumi Sen 6 gets the 3 points. 2 points for the RunFast 2, and 1 point this time round for the Hyperion Tempo. I just think it's mainly a road shoe. The other two, you could use it on various terrains. I think you've got to note that the Reebok does pick up quite a lot of debris, small stones, bits of gravel and things. Just seems to be a magnet for it. I've had to clean this one off. You can still see this quite a bit up here in the forefoot. The Takumi Sen 6 just doesn't seem to suffer from that problem. Aesthetics is the final shootout round. I love the simple upper on the Hyperion Tempo from Brooks. That ice blue midsole, very classic subtle stylings here. It's got its own character, I think. Nothing else is really quite like it. It's certainly alluring. The Adidas is bright, it's brash, it's loud. If you're going to turn up to a race in this one, you've really got to produce the goods. It reminds me of those old school Sambas and Gazelles that I used to wear back in the 90s. Certainly some childhood memories there. I think the Reebok again calls to my early years. Reebok was really big in the 90s in the UK. Got some old school leanings, but some modern stylings. This one's a really tough call because all three shoes speak to me from a visual point of view. I think they all look fantastic. So I'm going to call it a draw on this one and 2 points to each shoe. So final scores, Hyperion Tempo in third place with 7 points. The Takumi Sen 6 in second place with 8 points. And the Reebok Floatride RunFast 2 in first place with 9 points. Please place your points for these shoes down in the comments below. I'd be really interested to see what you guys make of it. An EDDBUD video wouldn't be complete without a musical interlude. I've dug out this fantastic live album from the Ramones. It's called It's Alive. All the tracks on this are played at breakneck speed. True Ramones style. Just so full of energy. The first 5 tracks alone are absolute gold. Rockaway Beach and Glad to See You Go are amongst my favourites here. A really good introduction to the Ramones if you haven't heard any of their music, or you want to get an album that's representative of them. I think this is probably one of the best. I believe this was recorded on a New Year's Eve night, and you can kind of feel that energy and excitement in the air. So do check this one out from the Ramones. It's called It's Alive. That's all for me for today, guys. Thanks for watching through to the end of the video. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and click the bell for notifications below of when new videos are launched. Hit that like button and comment below with your scores for the 3 running shoes in the comparison today. Share this video with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you.